What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Easy, back with a brand new vid, guys. And listen, this video, man, I'm just kind of speaking my mind, to be honest with you guys, and like how I'm currently feeling about sneakers 2025 for myself. Now, make sure you watch this whole entire video because the things I'm talking about, it might can definitely relate to you, and maybe it can kind of change your mindset when it comes to certain things. As you watch the video, you'll come to understand where I'm coming from. So, I've been a big fan of sneakers pretty much maybe I would say maybe ninth grade. Before ninth grade, I never really cared about sneakers like that for real. I didn't have no money, so I only got shoes that my parents bought me. Growing up, I would see my brother, he would have some really cool looking shoes, but they weren't all just Jordans though. He had some dope Nike sneakers, some pretty cool looking Adidas. They weren't just Jordans or whatever like that. But it wasn't until about the ninth grade when I met one of my best friends, right? He was big into sneakers, right? And he kind of brought me into his world when he came to sneakers and everything like that, and like I said, I've seen some shoes. I actually had Jordans in the past, but to me, they're just any normal shoe. I had a pair of 9s back in, I want to say back in 3rd grade, and I had a pair of 5s in the 5th grade. So it's I had Jordans, but to me, they're just regular shoes, But, pretty much I started getting to sneakers during my 9th grade year, and as the years went by, I just started to really appreciate sneakers for the art, the art, the storytelling, and just the fashion, of it as well. So, long and behold, present day, I still love sneakers, but, my thoughts of the sneakers, sneaker game right now, I just kind of I'm not really, I don't know how, I'm not really hyped about it for real, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting to the point to where now sneakers are just sneakers, but in a different way of how I thought about it, when I was a child. Sneakers to me are liabilities. You don't need them. So, as a kid, having no responsibilities, you don't know such, of liabilities or what's really necessary for yourself. But as a grown man, it's now I look at things and okay, these are our liabilities and I don't really need this. Now, I still have a big appreciation for sneakers. Sneakers is what got my channel to be where it's at now. You know what I'm saying? Doing sneaker content. And I'm going to still do sneaker content because I have a love and passion for sneakers and fashion. But, but outside of just, the camera, you know what I mean? Sneakers are liabilities. I just don't have that same type of just that enthusiasm for shoes like I did back in the day. For example, we got the Ferrari 14s coming out, right? I used to have the shoe, man, and bruh, when I seen the shoe, man, I gotta get these, man. They're so dope. Fucking dope, man. You know what I mean? They're coming out again, and that's super cool. If I could get the shoe, I would definitely like to have it. But at the same time, I don't really even give a fuck, to be real. You know what I mean? What I mean is that if I don't get the shoe, fuck it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Because the problem is, if I don't get the shoe, I'm going to have to pay resale. You feel me? And I'm not paying resale right now. I get, that's what you have to do or catch a restock, but man, fuck that. Fuck that shit, bro. Nah, bro. I paid $400 for this couch, right? I got to use a really great looking couch that got well taken care of. You know what I'm saying? I bought a couch, and put in perspective, this couch was $400. That's 2 pairs of J's. Matter of fact, what's more valuable? 2 pairs of J's or a couch that you're gonna use forever and take care of them? Eventually, your shoes are going to crumble and, you know what I'm saying? And they're easily replaceable. But a couch, it's a necessity. You know what I'm saying? So it's do I spend $400 on buying back-to-back sneakers releasing? or do I spend $400 on a couch that I need? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. And back in the day, you know, maybe like up until about, I want to say maybe 2.5 years ago, and and then forward, beyond, like I would, naively, I would choose the latter. I would purchase sneakers even though I know that I don't need this shit, and I should put my money towards other things that's going to help benefit my life. Get what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people, you know, are trapped in that type of, mindset, because it's like they buy the shoe because they want to get validation, because they want to be a part of what's currently going on. They see these popular YouTubers or, these streamers, and, just you see these shoes and you want to be a part of that too as well. And I get that, because, who doesn't want to be part of something that everybody likes, right? But, being a man and being responsible is also being aware, you know what I mean? And you don't want to go down that trap. You know what I'm saying? So when I see these shoes coming out, I'm like, God damn, I want these hoes, bro. But it's like, but at the same time, like, I'm not about to go buy every single week. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rich. I'm not making money off YouTube right now. You feel me? And I just can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. I won't. I'm not gonna go broke for this shit. You know what I mean? But the thing is that there are only certain shoes that I truly desire, that like the grapes. I never owned the grapes. I've owned the Ferrari 14s, right? But I never owned the grapes. That's the only shoe I want this month. Why? Because I never owned the shoe. I at least had the Ferrari 14s, so I know what it feels like to have that shoe. And honestly, it doesn't feel like anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but there's some people who never had that Ferrari 14s. You might really want this shoe. You get what I'm saying? So that's just kind of like how my mindset is when it comes to sneakers. Like, I still have a love and appreciation for the shoes. I still wear sneakers. I'm big into fashion, but priorities are in different areas right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and think about it, man. There's a lot of YouTubers now that are actually, they make videos about this. You know what I'm saying? Like how, like, they're not really, the money that they spend on sneakers, they can spend that money in another kind of investment. Like, I do photography, right? I want to spend extra money to get better equipment. You know what I'm saying? And that's just kind of like how I'm feeling right now. It's like, priority-wise, it's like sneakers is like not my main priority, Though I still love sneakers, and I'm still a big fan. But until I'm at a level to where I can just freely buy what I want to buy, these liabilities, these sneakers, then I'm not going to buy every shoe every single week. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do buy these sneakers for you guys. You get what I'm saying? And I like doing sneaker content because I love shoes. So I still go out the way for you guys, man, because y'all my people, y'all my audience, and like, you guys is what got me to where I'm at today. You know what I'm saying? And I do hope that beyond sneakers, if we do check out my content, that maybe we can kind of like talk about other things that that can really, like, help each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, with more relatable things. Like I said, I have a podcast, the Road to Greatness podcast. Where we talk about motivational things. You know what I'm saying? Financial literacy, how to start your business, how to be the best version of yourself, mental health. I'm way more than just sneakers. You know what I'm saying? So, but I love sneakers forever. Will always love sneakers, and working hard to be at the level to where I can constantly get these shoes and show them to you guys. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna take a lot of hard work. So yeah, guys. But that's just kind of how I'm feeling about shoes right now. But let me know how y'all guys feel about the sneakers right now, man. Like, do y'all feel like me, or? And it's not come getting older at all, because that has nothing to do with anything. Like, I still love shoes. Like, I be wearing my Brand 4 Remax like almost every day. Blacksmith 3s almost every day, man. Like, you go in my closet, the most shoes you're gonna see are Jordans. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's just my priorities are in a different area, and it's not with sneakers. So let me know, guys, how do y'all feel about the sneaker game? How do you feel about just shoes in general? Like, let me know down below. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I'm see y'all in the next vid. Peace.